Peter Singer, The Life You Can Save, Acting Now to End World Poverty. Imagine a world where poverty doesn't need to exist and where every individual has the opportunity to thrive without the burden of basic necessities. In The Life You Can Save, Acting Now to End World Poverty, philosopher Peter Singer addresses the moral imperatives behind our actions and inactions regarding extreme poverty globally. This engaging book summary will explore critical issues surrounding wealth distribution, effective altruism, and the moral obligations we hold to help others. Discover insights into how our charitable decisions are influenced by psychological biases, and how we can create a culture of giving to make a profound impact on people's lives.
The disturbing truth about poverty. When we're faced with a moral dilemma, our actions don't always align with our values. As Peter Singer's introductory ethics course teaches, our willingness to save a drowning child contrasts strikingly with our unwillingness to help the millions of people who die from preventable diseases due to extreme poverty. While humanity has made strides in reducing poverty, 736 million people still live on less than $1.90 a day. Poverty remains the primary driver of premature deaths, a fact exemplified by the 1 in 13 children in highly impoverished countries like Sierra Leone who die before age 5. The wealth gap is stark, with approximately half of all people being middle class or above and 2,000 billionaires in the world. However, if we know we can lessen poverty, why haven't we gotten to zero? The answer to that question is elaborated in the next part. The ethics of donating. Every year, numerous children lose their lives because of malaria. Yet, we can help by donating $200 to the Against Malaria Foundation to protect 180 children from mosquito netting. However, it begs the question, can we do more? This book summary argues that not giving beyond our basic needs is ethically wrong. The logic is based on 3 premises: suffering and death are horrible, preventing this suffering is essential, and we can help without sacrificing our needs. This conclusion challenges us to reconsider our everyday behaviors, like vacations or buying technology, as ethically dubious. It's not a new idea. Religious traditions like Christianity, Judaism, Islam, and Confucianism teach that giving to the poor is a moral obligation. However, many ignore or argue this obligation away. The psychology of charitable decisions. In times of crisis, people's altruistic instincts are often not guided by reason, as they tend to prioritize helping a specific, identifiable person over multiple anonymous ones. The decisions we make about when and how to help are influenced by feelings of emotional attachment and futility. Researchers have shown that giving aid could save the same number of people regardless of the camp's total inhabitants, but people are more likely to give when they feel their action has a significant impact. However, these biases do not excuse us from our moral imperative to give. Instead, we need to overcome them to make more ethically consistent decisions. Cultivating Generosity. The book advocates creating a culture of giving as an effective strategy to increase charitable donations. It explores the concept of reference groups and cites examples of organized giving communities and automatic donation schemes that make charitable giving a norm. The key message is that we can transform our culture to make giving a habit rather than an exception. Effective charity solutions. GiveWell, a nonprofit organization dedicated to finding and funding the most cost-effective charities, reveals that administrative costs are not the best way to evaluate charities. It is better to assess a foundation's work in terms of cost per person helped. By donating to charities that directly and effectively help the least fortunate, we have a greater chance to save as many people as possible. GiveWell provides a curated list of cost-effective interventions that help an astounding number of people. Examples include Helen Keller International, which distributes life-saving vitamin A supplements for just $1 per person, and the Fistula Foundation, which provides women with life-saving obstetric care for just a few $100s. By carefully screening charities based on their actual efficiency, we can ensure our donations go to organizations that make a positive impact. The limits of empathy. Zell Kravinsky, a successful real estate entrepreneur, decided to give away his $45 million empire to charity and even donated a kidney to a stranger. His action of altruism raises the question of whether valuing our family over others is morally acceptable. While family bonds are strong, it's morally right to extend our empathy towards the broader community once we've met our family's basic needs. Responsible Wealth, an organization founded by Chuck Collins, encourages the wealthy elite to provide their children with the basics and give the rest away, thus allowing more people to have better lives and opportunities. The key message is to care for our own family while considering the value of everyone else's. The cost of inaction. When others won't sacrifice for the greater good, we must sacrifice more. Although eliminating extreme poverty is possible, not everyone will pitch in their fair share. In this scenario, what is considered a reasonable standard of giving? Researchers estimate that $65 to $130 billion per year in direct income support would eliminate extreme poverty. If well-off individuals pitch in, each person would only need to donate $130 per year. However, not everyone will contribute, and so individuals may need to give more. We explore the philosophical views on what is a reasonable sacrifice to make for the greater good. Ethically giving, how much is enough? The book's summary discusses the varying standards of giving mandated by different religious organizations and humanitarian groups. The author suggests that donating 5% of annual income is a reasonable starting point for people living in developed countries. This book makes the case that giving can create happiness, meaning, and fulfillment while also reducing human suffering. The adoption of ethical giving baselines worldwide could eradicate global poverty and reduce human suffering in the long run.
Peter Singer's The Life You Can Save is a call to action, urging us to reevaluate our priorities and engage in impactful giving. The book addresses the agonizing reality of global extreme poverty and presents clear and compelling reasons to donate to effective charities. Emphasizing our moral responsibility to aid others in need, Singer delves into the psychology behind our charitable decisions and offers practical suggestions to create a culture of giving. By understanding the ethical and moral consequences of our actions, we can dismantle barriers that prevent us from ending world poverty and contribute to creating a more equitable and just global society.